The power of smelling good is severely underrated. You can be bumming it in sweats and a crew neck, but if you smell amazing, you bet your ass it's attractive as hell. And I know there's going to be comments from people saying, this only works if you're physically attractive too. But let me tell you this, at schools, at work when the boss isn't looking, in public spaces in general, when people aren't surrounded by their friends and families, what are they doing? They're scrolling on their phones. They're looking down at their phones. And when you walk by with a sexy fragrance, people are going to take notice. So before they even look at you, when they're trying to find, damn, who is that person that smells good? It's already a positive, attractive association in their minds without seeing your face, without seeing your outfit, right? So there's already a lot of positive leverage on your side. And for the younger crowd that watch my videos that tell me, I'm in high school, I'm trying to impress my crush, what should I wear? Let's say you throw on a nice perfume there too, and you're in a group project with your crush and they're just smelling you throughout this whole entire time. It is something that's going to be burned into their brains, that even 10 years down the road, when they smell that same scent again, they're going to be like, that smells like the girl from my history class or from my chemistry class. It's just something that doesn't go away. Years later, it will be memorable. So if you want to make a great impression, you want to be attractive as hell, throw on a nice fragrance.
Lately, I've been slowly but surely releasing videos that get more in depth of the 8 things that'll make you attractive as. That's all inside of my Enchanted Keys Leveling Up book. And I share all of the 8 ways inside of my video of the ultimate guide of being attractive as. I'll link that down below for you to watch alongside my book. But in this video, we're getting more into scents, how scents can make you attractive as. I feel like a lot of aspects of beauty is a choice. A lot of the time, it's just simply effort. And one of the really impactful ways to put in effort is putting an effort towards how you smell. I'm gonna share a few recommendations from the girlies and my personal recommendations for scents that'll make you feel immaculate and contribute to you being attractive as. Fragrances not only elevate you, but just simply having a nice smelling place can elevate your mood and make such a difference. So comment down below what your favorite home fragrance is, what your favorite fragrance is to wear out, and let's get into what the girlies are recommending.
If you're wearing these fragrances, you better do yoga, Pilates, something, because you're gonna get bent like a lawn chair. I love fragrance body oils because you will smell good from the rooter to the tutor. I just really don't have good knees anymore. Like, I need to start taking zinc because chocolatey vanilla berries is going to do it every time. Grab your Gatorade, drink some electrolytes. VSOP is for the grown and sexy only. You might need to do some jumping jacks to warm up because, budget or not, these perfumes are going to get you bent like a lawn chair. I hope your partner isn't diabetic because they will eat you like a cupcake. Yara is whipped cream and berries. I love perfume oils because you can smell good from the rooter to the tutor, and if you wear this, you will know why Beyonce was hitting those high notes in Drunken Love. Mine has little dents in it. Don't judge me. We're all grown here. But this is the sexiest perfume in their line. It's a warm, plummy, ambery vanilla. And if you put this on, you're going to get twirled like a baton at an HBCU homecoming. Grab some Gatorade and stretch out those hamstrings, honey. Because if you wear these perfumes, you will get bent like a lawn chair. The second you put cherry in it, I already know I'm going to have to visit my chiropractor because my tires are not the only thing getting blown out. This powdery sweet vanilla with apricot is for the pillow princess. Because sometimes you don't want to do a lot of work, but you still want to have a good time. Love and Crime is a citrusy caramel pound cake. And let's just say Burger King ain't the only place you can have it your way.
Ladies, I'm going to say it again. Stop playing these games. Fellas, don't fall for these tricks. Ladies, we caught on to you. Stop playing these games. We were just arguing about what to watch before we go to sleep. You go take a shower, put this on. Now we arguing about kids' names. This Flower Bomb Nectar just came out. Now, we just came out the doctor's office trying to figure out the gender of this brand new baby we about to have, because you're not going to play with me. If the apple Adam had to deal with smell like this, I understand why we have the issues we have in life now, because I wouldn't have been able to control myself either. So I understand you, Adam. What day would you like to have the gender reveal? What day would you like to have the gender reveal? Because I don't have no issue with any day that you choose, because we're going to have it, or we're having it. So you're already pregnant. I'm Googling how can I double up? I'm trying to figure out how can I add another, can I stack? Is it like Uno? Can I stack a baby inside of there? Can I do 2? No need, because we're having twins. No need, we're having twins. Just go ahead and pick out 2 names. Matter of fact, pick out 3. Because if I learn how to stack, I'm adding a triplet.
Okay, honestly, I don't know why this isn't more talked about. So basically, this is a perfume hack. You take your perfume and you say an affirmation as you're spraying it on yourself. And every single time your brain like detects that smell throughout the day, it reinforces that affirmation in your subconscious. I never knew why this worked, but now I know that scent is most like closely tied to memories. So you can like use scent to your advantage. I've been using this one a lot lately, the Noteworthy 441. It's like sexy, sultry fall. And this month I'm working on like more deserving affirmations. And I don't know, that's like sexy to me. What you do. I'm so deserving of abundance. I'm so deserving of receiving. And every time you smell that throughout the day, your brain is gonna go there.
There's some perfume that I will never display on my perfume shelf, no matter how good they smell like, only because of their name. There's 4 perfumes that I will never display in my Arab household, only because of their corny names. You know my love for Lush products, but this, I would have to cover it with a Sharpie so I can display it in peace. Imagine doing a little perfume collection tour to your friend or a member of your family, and they fall on this. I mean, why? I bet your smells very good if it smells like this, but why? Kilian and Tom Ford are 2 brands that have the most corny names on the market, and this is no exception. This perfume name is in French, but this basically means palace. And both of my parents speak French fluently, so yeah, another one that I can't display.
So here's an interesting love hack for you. Did you know that a big part of attraction is smell? Conscious and unconscious smell. And there was a huge study that they did where they had women smell t-shirts that men had been wearing, heterosexual women. And they found that women were most attracted to men who smell of men who have a different immune system than theirs. In particular, they were looking at MHC in the blood of the men, matching it with the t-shirts. So MHC is myohistocompatibility complex. It's like a system of immunity in your blood that they can measure. That's the easiest way I can explain it. But basically, we are attracted, heterosexual women are attracted to the smell of men who have a different immune system than theirs. Why? Because you're getting maximum benefits, from an evolutionary perspective. If you mate with that person and have a baby with that person, they get the benefit of 2 immune systems versus all the same immunity. Now, here's the interesting part. When women were either pregnant or on hormonal contraceptives, because hormonal contraceptives basically hormonally trick your body into thinking it's pregnant so it doesn't ovulate, right? When women were pregnant or on hormonal contraceptives, they were attracted to the smell of men with a similar MHC, a similar immune system to theirs. Isn't that fascinating? Now, why would a pregnant woman like the smell of a man who has her same immune system? Because he is probably related to her, would be the evolutionary thought. And in our evolutionary history, when we were pregnant, we were extremely vulnerable. We weren't interested in mating or having babies because we already were having one. We were interested in being protected by our immediate tribe. And so we wanted to be around family. That's what we're drawn to when we're in that hormonal state of pregnancy. But when we're not in that hormonal state of pregnancy, we're attracted to a different smell. So what does that mean? When you got together with your mate, if you're a woman and heterosexual, or even if you're not, were you on hormonal contraceptive? If you're off it now, you still attracted to them? It's a really interesting question. Let me know what you think.
This is how I apply perfume on a daily basis, and before anyone says this is too much or this is too little, I don't care. This is how I do it, and keep in mind it's subjective to the type of perfume that you're wearing. So I still do behind my neck, so I feel like it's really good and helps when you move your hair that you can really smell the perfume. And then I still do my shoulders because I feel like it just allows for a really nice scent bubble. I also do behind my knees because the same thing, scent bubble from top to bottom. And sometimes I'll just like spray on my chest a little bit. And that's kind of what I do. I almost forgot, I also do my forearms. I don't quite do my wrist because I wash my hands a lot, so I feel like it can come off. And then I don't always do just the inside of my elbows because that area can be sensitive for me, so I don't want to sensitize anything. So I feel like the forearms is okay. And if you're going to pat your perfume together, pat, not rub.
Now, what I like to wear is essential oil-based perfumes because it's a way to smell good and be connected to the magic of nature. It's also something that'll help you stand out and differentiate yourself, differentiate your scents, because most people don't seek out herbs that smell immaculate when shopping for perfumes. Perhaps specific notes, but I really bump into people who are using essential oils and they're so strong and good smelling. There's this girl at my job and she got like this blue lotus oil from some apothecary, and the owner of the apothecary makes the oils herself, and she had me smell it, and I'm like, this is so strong, it smells so good. It has a very different smell to the point where like I can recognize her from it. Like one day I came into work, I went into the break room. She wasn't in the break room, I haven't seen her, but I could smell her. Like the whole room smelled like her. I'm like, oh, she's here today, because I could smell the Blue Lotus on her. Like that's her signature scent. Now whenever I smell Blue Lotus, I literally think of her. I feel like that's how I am with Magnolia, because ever since I discovered the flower this year, I have been obsessed. Essential oils are plant extracts. They're made by steaming or pressing parts of a plant to capture the compounds that produce the fragrance. One of my favorite essential oils is rose, and there's about 8,000 roses in rose essential oil. That's 60 roses per drop. So I like to make perfumes out of them, and I started selling them locally, and people can't get enough of them. And something that I've learned from my foraging hobby and do researching herbs all spring and summer is a lot of plants, a lot of herbs that nature naturally provides can be used not only to smell good, but also have medicinal and spiritual benefits. Roses, for an example. The scent of rose is commonly used to uplift people's mood and balance out their emotions. And it's spiritually known, it's magically known to raise your vibration. And I remember I got this rose facial spray from Whole Foods, and I read the back of it, and it literally says in the back of the bottle, it helps to raise your vibration. Like a lot of magical and spiritual practices were what people depended on back in the day and are still used to this day and are effective to this day. I just don't think a lot of people look into it because of a demonization of different religious and spiritual practices. But honestly, a lot of it is just science. Like if you're drinking lavender tea at night to relax you, it's no different than taking some magnolia perfume to relax you. It's no different than using normalized medicinal stuff to like heal you. Like nature provides. I'm so fascinated how nature can provide magical and medical things that you actually don't even have to buy sometimes. If you look at the ingredients of a lot of popular scents, it's all artificial and synthetics that just replicate the smell of the divine smelling things in nature. So it was really fun and fulfilling making my own fragrances out of the actual element of said thing, like making magnolia perfume out of organic magnolia essential oil, making honeysuckle and roses perfume out of actual honeysuckle and roses, jasmine perfume out of actual jasmine. It's a smell like, these smells are like a smell like no other. And if you'd like to check out my Etsy shop, right now the summer scents are available, and I'll be transitioning into autumn scents like mid-autumn, because I can't get enough. I can't get enough of the summer scents. I most likely will keep them up there, but just in case, check out my shop, link down below. My recommendation, my favorites, I highly recommend the Magnolia Serenity and Honeysuckle and Roses. Those are two distinct scents that just... Also comment down below what your favorite essential oil is if you've dabbled in essential oils. My go-to combo, what I usually wear on an everyday basis, is my Magnolia Serenity perfume with Chanel 5. Chanel 5 has a powdery scent. Magnolia Serenity has a citrus, like peaceful, calming, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like look up the notes of Magnolia, because like I really don't care. It just smells amazing. And I feel like the powdery Chanel 5 goes with everything because it's a very subtle like I used to pair Chanel 5 with Sea by Armani. That's a really great scent too. And sometimes I'll wear it out on days when I'm feeling a little extra spicy. And I also love the Crybaby's Milk perfume. It has been sold out for some time, but you can like look for and find an oil or a replica scent of that scent. I got mine from an oil site that makes replica scents in oil form, and I highly recommend that too. If you're into like high quality perfumes, but you're on a budget, get the oil. The oil is 10 times stronger, it's more affordable, and it's travel friendly. You can put in your little purse, your little cutesy purse, and pull it out at your convenience.
The reason that I try my best as a content creator to not yuck other people's yum, and especially with perfumes, is because we don't know what scent memory they have attached to it, and it's just so powerful. For example, I receive a lot of fragrances in the mail to test and try out. So I was sent this set by Libertine Fragrance. And as I do every night, I was sitting at my desk, smelling them, making notes, and I come across this one called Sweetgrass. And I was suddenly teleported back to summer of 5th grade, growing up in Iowa, and riding my bike to the park with my friend where they had just barreled the hay barrels, and that friend is no longer with me. She passed of drugs. And for a moment, I got that back. And that's what fragrance can do.
That I will be flocked at the bar tonight by men because I'm wearing my secret weapon.
And if the idea of that is as terrifying to you as it is to me, then I have 3 fragrances that will absolutely repel men at the bar. First piece of advice, smell like their grandma. The more aldehydes, the better. Chanel No. 5, if you can get a vintage version of it, they hate this. I love it. It smells so good. They hate it. Perfect. Number 2, smell like a beautiful funeral home. Let's add some trauma in there. This smells like lilies. It smells like a beautiful funeral home. They're gonna hate it. Speaking of trauma, you could smell like the Catholic Church. This smells like incense. I think it's beautiful. It repels men. It's perfect.
Now, take some more lotion and seal it.
This hurts. I just got back from the gym. but I have to talk about this. I'm bringing you a little science lesson. The reason perfume works is because it's made with alcohol. Alcohol has a very, very low boiling point, so when it touches your skin, it evaporates into the air, and that's why you smell perfume. What are you doing when you're putting on lotion? Lotion is meant to create a hydrophobic barrier to trap moisture into the skin. So if you spray perfume on, which is meant to evaporate into the air, but then you put a hydrophobic barrier on top of it, it's not going to be able to evaporate. Now what this does is it does lower the boiling point of the substance, which is now a mixture of the lotion and the perfume, but then you don't get that projection of the perfume. So if you want everyone around you to smell you, it won't work as much. So don't seal your perfume, but what she did was she went in with perfume afterward, which would project a little more because there's not like a barrier on top of it. But this method requires a lot of layers of perfume and you will just be wasting your perfume, so I don't necessarily recommend it.
So that is all for now with scent, one of the 8 things inside of my pyramid of attraction that'll make you attractive as your scent, your hair, your face, your apparel, your body and posture, your beliefs, and your hygiene. If you don't have good hygiene, then there's no purpose in watching this video. So my next video, I'm going to be covering that. Make sure you're subscribed and your post notifications are on for this video, and I'll see you next one.